Is it really too late to change your career after 40? They say it is. They say you're too old, too settled, that you should just be grateful for what you have. I'm here to tell you what they don't want you to know. The brutal truth is, they might be wrong. And what if I told you that turning 40 isn't the end of your career growth, but potentially the perfect launch pad for your greatest chapter yet? I've seen it countless times in my decades of work. People hit 40, 45, even 50, and they feel this immense pressure to just stay put. They look at their mortgage, their kids' college funds, their comfortable, albeit soul-crushing job, and they think, this is it. I've missed my chance. It's like being on a train you know is going to the wrong destination, but you're too afraid to jump off at the next station. Why? Because the unknown is terrifying. Let's be honest, the idea of starting over is daunting. It's not just a feeling, it's a very real challenge. You're looking at a world that seems obsessed with youth. Job descriptions are filled with words like digital native and fast-paced environment, which can feel like code for no one over 35 need apply. You might look at your resume and think, I have 20 years of experience in finance. How am I supposed to suddenly become a user experience designer or a sustainability consultant? Your skills feel outdated, your network feels siloed, and your energy, well, it's not what it was at 25, is it? This is the problem, the great big wall that so many mid-career professionals run into. They feel trapped. On one side, there's the crushing boredom and lack of fulfillment in their current role. Every Monday morning feels like a small defeat. You're going through the motions, delivering results, but the spark is gone. On the other side, there's this terrifying abyss of uncertainty. What if I fail? What if I can't make as much money? What will people think? This fear can be paralyzing. It convinces you that the safe, boring path is the only logical choice. And that, right there, is the biggest career mistake you can make after 40. Believing the lie that it's too late. But let's flip this entire narrative on its head. What if all that experience, all those years you see as a liability, are actually your greatest asset? Think about it. When you're 25, you're a blank slate. You have energy, sure, but you lack judgment. You haven't made the big mistakes yet. You haven't navigated complex office politics, managed difficult clients, or led a team through a crisis. You, on the other hand, have. Your career so far hasn't been a waste. It's been a training ground. It's your personal MBA paid for with time and effort. This experience gives you something priceless, perspective. You know what you don't want. You know what a toxic work environment looks like. You understand the difference between a flashy job title and a genuinely fulfilling role. This isn't a weakness, it's a superpower. It allows you to be incredibly strategic about your next move. You're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. You're making a calculated, informed decision based on decades of real-world data. Let me tell you about a colleague of mine, let's call him David. David was a senior accountant for over 20 years. He was good at his job, respected, and made a very comfortable living. But he was miserable. The numbers, the spreadsheets, the endless tax seasons, it was draining the life out of him. Around his 48th birthday, he confessed to me that his real passion was woodworking. He'd been doing it as a hobby in his garage for years. Everyone told him he was crazy. You're going to give up a 6-figure salary to make tables? They'd ask. But David did something smart. He didn't just quit his job. He used his professional skills to plan his pivot. He used his accounting knowledge to create a rock-solid business plan. He used his network from 2 decades in the corporate world to find his first few high-end clients for custom furniture. He didn't start from scratch. He built a bridge from his old career to his new one. Today, he's happier than I've ever seen him, and surprisingly, he's on track to earn more than he did as an accountant. David's story isn't a fairy tale. It's a testament to the power of leveraging your past, not erasing it. So, how do you build your own bridge? The first step is a mindset shift. Stop thinking of it as starting over. You're not. You're leveraging up. Your decades of experience are your foundation. The brutal truth is that many younger people might have the latest technical skills, but they often lack the soft skills that truly matter. Leadership, emotional intelligence, negotiation, and resilience. These are the skills you've been honing for 20 years. They are transferable to almost any industry. A recent study I read showed that employers consistently rate skills like complex problem solving and critical thinking as more valuable than specific technical knowledge, because those are the skills that are hardest to teach. The second step is a skills audit. Get a piece of paper and draw 2 columns. In the first column, list all the tasks and responsibilities from your past jobs. In the second column, translate those into marketable skills. For example, managed a team of 10 sales reps becomes leadership, mentoring, performance management, and sales strategy. Prepared quarterly financial reports becomes data analysis, financial forecasting, and attention to detail. You will be shocked at how long your list of skills is. You're not a one-trick pony, you're a Swiss Army knife. Once you have your skills list, you can start exploring. This isn't about blindly applying for jobs. This is about curiosity. Talk to people. Use LinkedIn not to beg for a job, but to ask for information. Reach out to someone in a field that interests you and say, I have 20 years of experience in project management and I'm fascinated by the work you're doing in the renewable energy sector. Could I borrow 15 minutes of your time to learn more about your journey? People love to talk about themselves. You're not asking for a favor, you're giving them a platform. This is how you build your new network and discover how your existing skills can fit into a new puzzle. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Ageism, does it exist? Absolutely. It would be foolish to pretend it doesn't, but you can combat it. How? By not acting your age. Don't be the person in the meeting who says, well, back in my day. Instead, be the person who combines wisdom with a hunger to learn. Frame your experience as a strategic advantage. In an interview, when they ask about your experience, don't just list your old job titles. Tell a story. In my previous role, we faced a challenge very similar to the one you're describing. Here's how I use my experience to navigate it, and here's what I learned. I'm excited to bring that level of problem solving here. You're not old, you're seasoned, you're not outdated, you're a strategic asset. The perfect timing for a career pivot isn't a specific age. It's a moment of clarity. It's the moment you realize that the comfort of the familiar is costing you more than the fear of the unknown. For many, that clarity comes after 40. You have enough experience to know what you're good at, and enough life left to build something truly meaningful. You have a network, you have wisdom, and you have a deeper understanding of yourself than you ever did at 25. So, is it too late? No. The brutal truth is that it's only too late if you believe it is. The world may try to put you in a box, but you hold the key. Your past is not an anchor holding you down. It is the rudder that will steer you toward a more fulfilling future. You've spent 20 years building a foundation. The question now is, what are you going to build on top of it? The perfect time isn't some date on a calendar. It's when you decide your future is more important than your past. Subscribe to see how you can start building that future one step at a time.